Hello and welcome to this new video. I'm going to be playing some Jarvan. Now, I haven't played Jarvan in so long. Give me a second. So, I've been enduring solo queue for a long time now. I've been getting flamed every game. I don't know. I just something burned out of my brain. I stopped caring, and it was very, very frustrating. So I'm going back to jungle. I was playing like mid and support because I'm like, dude, I suck at jungling. Something's not happening properly. It's not working, and I was just losing. I was just losing every game, and I noticed I was losing to Graves actually. Graves, Kha'Zix, some of these Youmuu's champions. I'm like, dude, whatever. Maybe I just gotta adapt and play these champions. It's just boring. Anytime I play a champion that I know that other people play, it's kind of lame. But excuse me for a moment. I'm gonna type to these guys. I'm actually talking to some Toronto lads. Okay, so I think they warded here, but I'm just gonna make sure I get that. A little bit of extra EXP, a little bit of extra gold. Not the worst. All right, make sure I don't reset. Good. So they know I'm here. Oh, that's bot lane. Okay, I'm gonna go over to this, or I can just gank. Kind of low though. Make sure we get their blue. Anytime the opponent invades, you want to make sure you're getting something. I'm also making sure to check the lanes. We saw that the Rengar backed up, but we didn't see him path down directly. He could have pathed out of vision if he wanted to. I'm gonna stand in the bush out of the way. We know that Yone is mid here. I took the ward, if you remember, at the Raptors, but I suppose they don't care. Now, I'm gonna hug the wall like this in case Rengar comes over here, wards over the wall and jumps. He could jump to the ground, but he won't be able to hit me directly. And I just want to make sure I'm stealing enough to punish the Ekko for that. Because although the Ekko got some value out of that, I can make sure to deny him some extra. Let's see if Yone's moving. Nope, Ekko's moving back towards his wolves. He's got 12 CS still. So, we know that he did level 3 gank. There's multiple different ways to confirm that that was just pathing. Alright, good. It's a good thing that Yone doesn't move. And after my red, they should know that I'm on the top side, right? The Ekko saw me hit the Squires Orb, or rather he knows that I hit the Squires Orb because I'm the only one available to. So this is the idea of using what other people know about you, right? Like thinking about the way in which you can be perceived. This is useful in numerous different facets. This guy flashed. Interesting. See if I can catch this guy. 16 CS. I'm gonna look to maybe hit this guy. We have TP. Is he gonna dash backwards or dash forward? Nice, okay. We can maybe gank this. I have to flash that dev. We're just kind of helping out the Aurelion. Nice, good. Deny him the E. Good. Now we can just auto attack. He tried to go in a circle. 20 CS, which means that he did his Raptors, but I might be able to sneak his Krugs really, really, really quickly because we know that the Krugs are going to be up. This is why it's important to hit tab and track the numbers, okay? So his wolves are down because he finished them later. His Raptors are guaranteed down because we know that he took them by tracking the number. He went from 12 CS, which is... Oh, damn. Damn, look at my timing. Is he chasing me? Oh, he's chasing me. Oh, he's mad. He's going to roll over this wall. I'm going to run directly up here. Just in case. Good, good, good. Okay, and we're also covering his entry. He could roll over the dragon wall and go over my ground. Nope, we see him right there. He's a headless chicken. He's got nothing to do. Perfect. So let's run you through that again, okay? I'm going to go to my top side here because he's going to go to top side. And I need to counter his gank. I can also just run there. directly there if I need to. Oh, no, okay. I'm gonna ask him if he's okay. If he's not, then I need to run over there. So, 12 CS. We know that he ganked bot side. That's 3 camps, okay? And if you don't know, if you are at an elementary level in jungling, every time you take a camp, you get 4 CS, assuming you clear it fully, okay? If you leave like 2 wolves or something, you know how the wolves is like 1 big wolf and like 2 small wolves? So the big wolf is worth 2, and the small wolves are worth 1 each. But ultimately, if you finish a camp, especially if it's like a single camp, it's very easy. You just count 4, boom. So 12 CS is 4, 8, 12, 3 camps, and he had his red, he ganked bottom level 3. Do you remember? You can go back in the video if you need to. Okay, we established that. Then, we saw him over here. Oh, he's got... Oh, nice, 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 nice. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Nice. I have to kill this guy first, and then I can come over here. I'm gonna try to slow him in a moment. Okay, that's all good, it's all good. This is a really good wave. I'm gonna thin the wave. I'm gonna thin the wave, but I'm gonna still make a hold. This should be perfect. This should be really perfect for the Jace. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. So then he came up here. I took his blue, his Gromp. I hit the Scryer's Orb. We saw him have 12 CS. But we didn't take his wolves. So we know that he took his wolves. How? Because it's the most obvious thing to do. Plus, he showed up here with 16 CS. He showed up underneath. Okay. And then after the gank, he went back, he did his Raptors for 20 CS. Right? So 16 to 20, difference of 4. We know he did his Raptors. I went to his Krugs. I took him. And we saw him, over there. Okay, does that make sense? So I have to repeat myself just to make sure, you're following along. But, you could just go back and check it yourself. I make sure to hit tab every time. So he's at 32 CS now, after having shown up there. So we have to infer what he did. He didn't have his red buff, right? So he didn't do his red. Oh, what the hell? Oh, I have to smite that. Oh my goodness. He almost stole that from me. So 20 to 32, difference of 12. So 12 CS divided by 4 means 3 camps. I might be making it sound a lot more complicated than it is, but to me it's like the most basic thing. Again, we start at every camp is 4. Now this will be confusing initially. Oh, he just took my Raptors. So we know that he has at least 36 CS here. At least 36. Let's see him, let's spot him. He has 48. Okay. So let's just go slow, okay? So 20 to 32, that's 3 camps. What could he have done? Well, I took his Krugs. He didn't take his red, we established that. So he did Raptors, Wolves, Gromp, and then he showed up top. Okay. I don't know if he had a buff just now. 32 to 36 because of my Raptors. But then he also had an additional 12 CS. So what could he have done? He probably could have just done his Krugs, red, and his, third Raptors, and then took my Raptors. Now he's going back towards his top side to take his blue for 52, Gromp for 56, and Wolves for 60 CS. So if you see him at 60 CS, we know that he did a full clear. He did every single camp he could have. If he has any less than that... Oh, he has 60 CS? Yep, there you go, exactly 60. We'll do some damage to him. Let's see if he rolls onto me here. The Yone here. Dodge Q. Nice. Okay. I'm coming over. I'm coming over here. I'm gonna watch his NATO, okay? I need to use my phase rush to get the fuck out. I can buffer over this and then dunk. Force that ulti, that's fine. I'm gonna flash to put distance and then EQ here. Oh, that was a good dodge. I should be fine. I should be able to run away. I'll fight them in an open field, it's fine. They're gonna dodge my EQ, so I have to be very attentive. I'm gonna execute. Oh, I tried to. If the Thresh is there, the Lantern, I can't go for the EQ on him. I can't go for the kill. Just enough HP to survive. It's okay though. It's okay. We did a 2v3. I gave him my shutdown. That's fine. But we took a couple of things. Now we can do this fight here. I'm gonna be a lot stronger. It was a good dodge from the Yone on my EQ. It was a really good dodge. Yeah, but my Aurelion gets a free pass for this lane that was initially really bad, but then we started winning. Okay, 62 CS. He took some CS from the mid wave. We see the crab is up. We can use our peripheral vision to look at the map and count things if we need to. Or like, you know, just look at things. Okay. So I'm gonna get this for level 8. Now this is a really big part about League of Legends. You want to think about spikes, right? Now everyone knows about level 2 spike. You know, you get level 2, you get an extra ability, you can easily win the lane. You got extra base stats, stuff like that, you know, 70, 80 HP, 280, something. But what you don't realize, or what most people don't realize, is like level spikes will occur even without, like, you know, without it being early game. You don't have to have it be early game for a level spike to matter. Even like level 12 to level 11, that will matter. Okay, 62 CS to 77. There's a difference of 15. All right, so I think he had a decimal there. I think he just dropped like part of his, maybe part of my Raptors, because that's 4 camps right there. I'm gonna go check my Raptors, see if they're down. They are down. He dropped part of his Raptors, or part of my Raptors, and went up here. I might actually be able to do this. I'm down to keep the Thresh here by, you know, providing pressure, by showing that I'm on this. So here's how it goes. Either they know that I'm on the Rift Herald or they don't. And if they know I'm on the Rift Herald and they bother to come over here, Thresh is going to stay here. Balling gets to take all these plates after getting this kill, right? Because I just saw Balling go for this engage. If they don't know I'm here and they go ball lane, that's fine. They can defend the tower, but then I get this for free. Can I get that guy? No, he's leaving. Now I get to get mid plates. Although we could kill first tower like this, that tower is probably going to die anyway. I'm going to drop this and then go for the gank. Let's see. He's got his NATO soon. I can chase this. I don't mind chasing this. Oh shit, no, I can't chase this. The wave. The wave is getting stalled. I need to liberate the Rift Herald. I'm gonna ult him. Just try to force him to ult. Holy shit, he actually killed me so fast. I should have EQ'd. I tried to stand on the edge of the ulti. Damn. I felt pressure to do something just to get the Rift Herald in. I actually have some damage now. It's also because I got hit by the tower. I tried to dodge the ulti by positioning to the left, but I got hit by that and I got hit by the tower, so big mistake. Anyways, let me say, finish my point. There are a lot of like trade-offs like that where you can think about it as like either way, if you make a good play, regardless of what the response is, like it's going to be value for you. And so if you can identify moments where you'll get that kind of value and play off of them, you'll win. Also, I'm going to finish my other point, the thing about the levels. You might think to like full clear your jungle quite often, and like I like full clearing jungle. I love doing that. But when you get to like level 6, 7, 8, around there, mid game ish, right, early to transitioning to late game, mid game, you want to start thinking about like power spikes in terms of levels as well as items. Okay, most people know items. Most people know, oh, I'm on one item, I'm on my mythic, you know, I'm strong. Most people know that kind of shit. But what they don't pay attention to is the levels. So what I mean by this is, if you can't get to the next level, what's the purpose of getting a camp right now? So oftentimes people will just take their entire quadrant, let's say 3 out of 3. They'll take their blue Gromp Wolves, and like that's totally fine if you got nothing better to do. But if there is something to do, like pressure a lane, for example, I can go over here, but their wave wasn't in. If their wave was already crashing in, and I had the choice to go to Gromp, but Gromp doesn't give me level 10, it just gets me a little bit further into level 9, right? Then I probably wouldn't go to Gromp, and I just go over here immediately. You know what I mean? I'm down to pressure the tower here. Nice. Give us a chance to get that. Does that make sense? So even though you could opt to clear, there are times where if you've already hit that next level, like just then don't clear, you know, just don't clear. Just go do something. Go do something with your team. You know, it might work against your instincts. Oh my god, he's level He's level 11. I really sacked my matchup, huh? 2 bad mistakes where I got soloed by the Ekko, and this is what happens. I give up 1 shutdown and 1 free kill. Damn. Yeah, so I'm gonna get my red here, and it's gonna give me level 10. Oh man, this guy's getting engaged now. I didn't even see. My bot lane is going mid. They're gonna try to push mid, and Krugs wouldn't do anything for me. Why? Because Krugs wouldn't give me level 11. And even if it did give me level 11, my mid lane, sorry, my bot lane is pushing mid, and I just have to be here. I have to be here, okay? Forces flash, it's good. So obviously in this case, like, because I was there, I was able to, you know, get in time with my my bot lane to save them. But even if that didn't happen, it's the safety of having your teammate there, it's the safety of having your jungler there that a lot of laners will appreciate. Now, I'm not saying any shit like, work for the laners. Fuck the laners, right? I fucking hate laners. Hate all of them. But as a jungler, you do have a role. And I would say play towards it. Fuck laners, 2024. I'm actually just gonna path straight back to the dragon. Yeah, I need to go there. Okay, good. Good. I'm gonna leave some of the fruit, cut up some fruit for this guy, like an Asian mom. Let's scan the pit. We can take the dragon together. Then afterwards, we can reset together. Probably. I might need to get something. Yeah, I need a little bit more. Looks like my teammates need a little bit more too. I think they should be safe though. Yone is not there. Rengar's top, okay. Yeah, they're safe to take this wave. I can back. I've got my Fimble Winter, yes. Perfect. So I'm on a 2-item spike. I'm about to get level 11. Do I need to farm my entire jungle to get to level 12? What would that do for me, right? Level 11 is pretty huge, right? We get a pretty massive ultimate. So why not just clear this and be on the table right away? Okay, well, because these guys are backing, there's not much to do, right? This guy's backing, we cleared mid one time, the next wave is going to take a while, so I'm going to go hover. I'm going to go hover my laner while also taking the Krugs. This is like a 2 birds, 1 stone kind of deal, right? So it's not neglect your camps, it's just neglect your camps when there's something better to do. Now the issue is, people don't know when something better to do has occurred or like is on the table. Does that make sense? So everyone understands this kind of information, they're not good at processing, right? And so if you want to get good at information processing, as in like determining whether or not something is like high percentage or like good to do, you need to start with, oh, dodge the hook, okay. You need to start with information gathering. Now, whenever I do coaching, I always tell people about these 2 things. It's 2 distinct things. On the one hand, you have the ability to look at numbers, and the other hand, you have the ability to interpret them. You guys ever, like, you know, when you were in school and stuff? Oh shit. What the fuck? I couldn't even see that stun. Also, wow, we did not do enough damage for this guy. That sucks. You know when you're in school and shit, and let's say you're in science class, if this was, you know, a worthy science class, they would teach you about the scientific method, right? Also like the Socratic method, you could call it that too. Of asking questions and testing hypotheses. So they get you to, you know, start with a hypothesis, right? It's like, let's start with literally anything basic that we can all follow along with. Are apples red? I don't fucking know, right? Like, are apples red? And you think, okay, well, I mean, this is simple. Apples are fucking red. Well, how do you know that, right? Well, because you see them. So you fucking see them. Well, the thing is, information gathering and processing kind of happens at the same time here. Let's go with something different. I don't know. I can't even think of something fucking basic to start with. I'm not a teacher, sorry. Nor am I trying to present myself as a teacher. I'm just trying to make a fucking video, so shut the fuck up. Literally anything involving you looking at something and then having to think deeper about it, right? So, hold on. Does this... Perfect, we'll do captchas. Does this painting or picture have bicycles in it? And it's like, okay, first of all, what do? Well, you have to look at the fucking thing first, right? You have to find it and look at it. And then you have to actually like search and parse through it for bicycles. Is that a good example? I feel like that's a good example. Okay, there are plenty of fucking examples. It's funny when I try to break it down to the most basics, it's like, This is like the huge bias where it's like, because you know it, you'll think that other people will know it easily, but when you try to explain it at a basic level, it's really hard. For example, like a child, right? If you try to teach a child that's like 4 or 5, like, don't touch the stove or something, right? Like, it's like, oh, obviously you know that. You're like, I don't know, 18, and like you've burnt yourself on certain things, or you've been burnt before. Like, obviously you know that, but like kids don't. So what I'm trying to do is like, I'm trying to explain it at a super basic level as if you don't. Ah, shit, motherfucker, I don't smite. My bad, my bad, my bad. And B. Is he here? Let's try to catch him. So I hope you don't mind me explaining it like this, even though you know like the basics. I want to start with the very, very basics. And then we'll apply this to League of Legends. So this idea of like, all right, we have to look at the details first, and then we have to interpret them. Okay, so what are those details? Like, when it comes to ganking, very easy detail. Do we have CC, right? What champions? We'll start even more basic. What champions are we playing? And then we go to, do those champions have CC? Does that make sense? This guy always has flash. Don't want to let him hit me so he doesn't get speed. Okay, nice. So it's funny because a lot of people will be like, oh, I know this already, but you don't apply it to League. It could be because you're bored, you're autopilot. But anytime I do coaching, this becomes very apparent. It's like, well, you know what you're looking for. It's just you don't bother to. So I'll put special emphasis on that part where it's like, hey, when you want to gank a lane, or you want to determine whether or not you want to gank a lane, start so basic, unbelievably basic. Do we have CC, right? Or do we have enough damage to kill this guy? And like, League's a number game, right? You can actually figure out whether or not you have the exact amount of damage you need. You can go into the champion wiki, and before the game even starts, in champ select or otherwise, you can literally just look, right? You can look at all the ratios, all the base damage and stuff. You can calculate for level 3 or level 4, or whenever you want to gank, and you can be like, will I have enough? Oh shit, I gotta run. Should be okay, should be okay. This guy... Oh, I'm getting chased, I need to leave. But you don't do that, right? You don't do that because you're not capable of memorizing it all, or you don't want to, you're lazy. I don't know. I don't know why you're not doing it, but you're not doing it. So, hold on, I gotta leave. I'm down a stall here for my chase. Otherwise, no. But what you don't realize is like a lot of good players, a lot of high elo players, even though they don't do this too, they have it inculcated in their brains already. They've played thousands and thousands of games, and so they already kind of know like the damage values, right? It's like you can look at a lane, and even without knowing the exact amount of damage that their Q does, you'll be like, yeah, it's a Sion versus Jace. It's like Sion can do maybe about half of Jace's HP at level 3, full Q, E, W, and an auto. You know what I mean? Like they can already do that. But like, why don't you just figure out the exact amount? Like, look at Jace's base HP, base armor, base MR, calculate. So like base armor and base MR tend to be around 25% to 30% reduction, okay? It's a very simple number to remember. Oh, I gotta flash that. Okay, good. I started the fight for us. Hopefully we can walk forward. Can we walk forward? I want to walk forward just to stall for a Jace. We can connect with the Jace in a moment. Can we go? I want to go. I'll go with my Aurelion. Dude, I can't tell which... Every single thing is like outlined red. Like the Veigar thing, the fucking Thresh thing, the Thresh Lantern rather. I'm gonna just keep running forward so I can position ahead of them and just threaten them over and over. Okay, I don't mind it. Good. Right, so like, if you're good at doing 25% in your head or 30% in your head, it's easy, right? So like, let's say someone does 400 damage, 30% reduction, just multiply it by 3 and then move the digits so it makes sense, right? So 120 damage, 400 minus 120, 280, right? You can do this. So this is something I have to do when I'm in lane. I like to talk about that. And before, I'm not gonna end the video here. I wanna like complete this idea. It's like, you're curious as to whether or not you should gank a lane. And there's so many different variables that determine whether or not you can. But you can start basic, like how much damage we have, how much CC we have, and then go from there. We can think about how will the fight play out. Well, I might have 500 damage available to me in my kit, but if I can't use that because I can't close a distance, or maybe maybe they have a shield, or maybe they have like something in front of me here. Let's just go to this. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to think about how the fight will play out after you start at the very basic. So I don't know. I'm Jarvan versus Camille. I have my E, my Q, my ultimate available. She has her hook shot and her ultimate to dodge my ability. So if I ulti, I can do, let's say I do 400 damage before mitigation. She has 25 armor, so it's gonna remove. Sorry, base armor around like 30, 40. So like the actual number equals to like about 25% reduction. That's what I mean. So 25% easy, right? 25% of 400. I'm gonna do 300 damage. But when I press that ultimate, she might ulti me and she can dodge. So Camille's ultimate, Hextech Ultimatum, allows her to go untargetable and like intangible. So when I ulti her, she'll just ulti me as I'm doing that and avoid that damage entirely. So I'm looking at her. She's got 1200 HP, level 7, something like that. I'm gonna EQ. My Q is 240, and then like it's something bonus damage. I calculate that out to be like, I will do about 600 damage if I land my full combo before auto attacks. Okay, she's 1200 HP, max health. My laner is, I don't know, Jace or something. And like, because I'm a smart player, I know Jace's full combo. Well, I don't actually, but like, let's pretend for a moment. I know Jace's damage is about 800. Okay, we overkill her by 200 damage, right? We have 800 plus 600 in total. But now we have to think about whether or not we land that. What if we miss that? What if we miss Jace's Shock Blast, the QE? Well, now we're missing, I don't know, 300, 400 damage, something like that. Well, that's actually a lot. So let's say about 250 damage. Well, now we can't kill her. Well, can we chase her out? It's like, so it's a numbers game, right? But like, no one plays it like that, obviously, because a lot of moving parts, and like second to second the game changes, whether you miss something, or maybe they position a certain way, or maybe the enemy jungler comes as well. But you can start there and you can think about, do we have enough damage to kill this person? Yes. Okay. Can we, if yes, can we get that damage onto her reliably? Well, I'm Jarvan, I'm coming from the river. There's no vision. We know there's no vision, so I can approach from a flank. Probably I can walk up to her. If she tries to hook shot, I can ulti her to force her to stay. Or I can just EQ from a distance. But if I EQ from a distance, she might flash. Okay, she's got flash. So I have flash. If she flashes, I can EQ and then I can flash onto her. But then she'll hook shot afterwards. And then I have my ulti to counter that. But then she has her ulti to counter my ulti. Okay, but now she has no flash. That's a good continuation. Now she has no flash. 3.5 seconds in my Cataclysm. Jace can easily jump onto her with his Q, his gap close, and flash if he needs to. Okay, that's a good continuation. How about if I don't do that? What if I just walked up to her and I auto attacked? Okay, she's gonna Q me for the speed. Precision protocol. Her Q, her auto attack reset gives her speed and gives her damage. Like, that might kill me. She's gonna try to run away and hook shot. Maybe I'll EQ when she runs past me, or I can slow her with a W with phase rush, and I can run past her and keep distance with her. Okay, what if she never hook shots and I'm hitting her alone and Jace can't hit her because Jace has to, close distance, and obviously she's going to space in a way where he's not going to come close. Well, if she keeps walking, then I'm forced to EQ. And if I EQ, she's going to flash, then I flash, then she hook shots, I ultimate. Same pattern. It's like you can play out the fight in your head ahead of time and prepare for these sort of things. It's just you don't, right? You probably don't. And the reason why you don't is because game to game, that's going to be tough. So that's why every single game you play with the champion that you're playing, this is why one string is really effective. You see the same patterns, it might be different champions, but your champion is you're gonna control for that variable, right? Like, hey, science class, you control for that variable, right? You have that one champion, you learn the game through the lens of that champion, and then you find general principles and you can apply to other champions, right? So you might, regardless of what jungle champion you are, you might figure out that you don't want to lead with your EQ. You don't want to lead with your CC. That's the general principle. So whether I'm Jarvan, don't lead with EQ, or I'm Gragas, don't lead with E because they can just flash it unless I want to flash that too. I can maybe walk up to them, slow them the Q, put some autos out, red buff. You know what I mean? Like, you can develop this sort of knowledge. But obviously you don't want to do that. You're lazy, right? So here's a magic bullet, kind of. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed some of this section.